Wesley Fofana leaves Stamford Bridge on crutches after AC Milan game. Wesley Fofana has left Stamford Bridge on crutches after an injury in the AC Milan game. Wesley Fofana has suffered an injury tonight in the Champions League game against AC Milan, and it does not look good for the Chelsea centre-back. A collision with Rafael Leao saw him hobble off in the first half, and he was replaced by Trevoh Chalobah. The injury does not look good initially for Fofana, especially due to the fact it's a knee injury. The centre-back has already injured his ACL before, and repeat injuries to the other knee are quite common. Fofana left Stamford Bridge on crutches, with a brace on his knee. Graham Potter has been speaking about the injury, and states it is one of the big disappointments of the evening. We'll have to scan it tomorrow and see how it is. Nothing to report at the moment. That's the one disappointment of the evening. It will be a disappointing start to the career of Fofana at Chelsea if the injury is serious, especially after experiencing such a high when opening the score in the first half. The club will assess the injury tomorrow with the hopes that it could be a twist or a minor impact injury, as opposed to a full-blown ACL injury which would keep the player off for a number of months. We don't know yet, we scan tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I wouldn't want to speculate on it now, but we're concerned and hope for the best. They were the final words from Graham Potter around the injury. Chelsea have no intention of extending N'Golo Kante's contract. N'Golo Kante has had a disrupted last couple of years at Chelsea due to injury, and with his contract ended next year, it looks like his Blues career could be nearly over. The French international joined the club in the summer of 2016 from then Premier League champions Leicester City. He went on to win the English title again in his first season at Stamford Bridge, becoming the first player to win back-to-back league titles with different teams in the top flight. On top of winning the league, Kante has also won the UEFA Champions League, FA Cup, FIFA Club World Cup and UEFA Super Cup. The 31-year-old still performs when called upon. It is just fitness that has been his problem in recent times. According to Santi Aouna, Chelsea don't want to extend N'Golo Kante's contract, which expires next June and are set for a separation. The French midfielder wants to stay in London, where he is happy. The Paris-born midfielder has made just 2 appearances this campaign, despite playing 262 at West London throughout the last 6 years. Former manager Thomas Tuchel was full of praise for Kante on numerous occasions. However, the arrival of Graham Potter could symbolise the end for the Blues legend. If he were to depart, then a replacement in the middle of the park would surely be needed. Chelsea still have interest in West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice. Chelsea are still interested in signing Declan Rice from West Ham, as the club have long-standing interest in the midfielder. The club are looking to sign a new midfielder with the possibility of N'Golo Kante leaving the club, and Rice is an ideal replacement. West Ham are struggling this season, and many believe the player could choose to leave the club in the coming months. Rice played in Chelsea's academy alongside Mason Mount, and Mount would love to play alongside his England teammate. The price tag may be a lot less next summer if West Ham's poor form continue. According to Ekram Connor, Chelsea are still interested in signing Declan Rice. Chelsea have had long-standing interest in Rice, and the thought process around the deal is that if Rice was to leave West Ham, Chelsea is the likely destination. The feeling is that Rice had done all he can at West Ham up until this point, and it may be time to move on and further his career at a top 6 club. West Ham valued Rice at over £100 million last summer, but with the club struggling so much this season in the league, the continuation of that form may see that price tag drop significantly. It is one to certainly keep an eye on, as Chelsea are definitely in the market for a new midfielder. Rhys James on scoring in last night's Champions League win over AC Milan. Rhys James scored the 3rd goal of the match in Chelsea's win over the Italian champions. Chelsea looks to be back to winning ways after an impressive 3-0 victory against AC Milan. Goals from Wesley Fofana, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Rhys James sealed the 3 points for the Blues at Stamford Bridge. Graham Potter's first win in the Champions League has helped the Blues to move up to 2nd place in Group E, sitting on 4 points after losing their opening game to Dynamo Zagreb and drawing to RB Salzburg. Chelsea had a load of positives to take out from their performance last night, with one being how key James is to this team after another outstanding performance. Speaking with Chelsea FC, James spoke about his brilliant goal and how he can help the team. "I love scoring at that end and going to that corner. I've been here since I was young and I love playing for the club. I try to help the team when I can get forward, and thankfully I was able to do that and I scored. I know that if I get into the right position I have the quality to provide either goals or assists, but I don't think too much about scoring or assisting, I just play the game and hope for the best. I helped the team in this game and it's a great feeling, but there were 10 of us out there on the pitch as well as me and that was a great team performance. We stuck together and it was a good team performance, it wasn't individuals. We're always there together and did it as a group. Chelsea now turns their attention to Saturday when they return back to Stamford Bridge to face Wolves in the Premier League. Kalidou Koulibaly speaks out on early Chelsea struggles after AC Milan win. Kalidou Koulibaly says he is still trying to find his rhythm since joining Chelsea but felt he grew into Wednesday's Champions League victory over AC Milan. The Serie A champions were swatted aside by Graham Potter's side at Stamford Bridge, with Wesley Fofana, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Rhys James all netting in a 3-0 victory that moves the West Londoners up into second place in the group. Koulibaly had not played under Potter prior to Milan's visit, but a return to a back three formation saw the Senegal international restored to Chelsea's lineup for the first time in a month. The 31-year-old faced some criticism for his performance in spite of the win, with Fabio Capello saying he lacked personality, but Koulibaly feels he is improving all the time and is still adapting to his new club. In an interview with Sky Sport Italia, it was pointed out to the centre-back that he got stronger as the game wore on after looking rusty initially, and he replied, "I am a player who needs to play regularly, everyone knows that. It is also true that I needed a period of adaptation, I am doing it well, I'm not perfect yet or what I want to be, but I'm getting there. I am very happy with this victory and the clean sheet, as it is always pleasing for a defender to not concede. We can be glad because Milan are a great team and we proved today that we could beat them." He continued, "We knew this was a difficult match against a great Milan side, who were in good shape. We absolutely wanted to win this game. I am also glad to be back on the pitch and hope it will go better in future." The result lifts Chelsea off bottom spot in a very tight group, with just 2 points separating all four teams, and Koulibaly knows the return trip to San Siro next week will be a big examination despite a relatively routine win on Wednesday night. He added, "San Siro in a week will be a huge game, a massive stadium, Milan are very difficult to beat at home, but we will go there trying to get the 3 points and knowing Milan too will do everything to win." Koulibaly came under fire after the win over AC Milan from former England boss Capello, who suggested the ex-Napoli defender is struggling to assert his personality on the Chelsea team and appears to be second-guessing himself. Speaking to Sky Sport Italia, the legendary former manager said, "At Chelsea he has no personality. When he has the ball at his feet he hesitates. He is not playing quickly, he does not do what he did at Napoli. At Napoli he commanded, he came forward, he made long passes, now he has the ball between his feet, he does not know who to pass it to and he always plays passes to someone only a few meters away. Actually, he is surprising me. I thought he had a great personality, and for Chelsea he would be really important and explode straight away. And yet, at this moment, this is not him.